I have to say, after watching episode 2 of Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero, goddamn, this show is way better than I thought. I just have to say, man, at first I thought this show, reading the synopsis and the title, was going to be, like, yeah, comedy, maybe kind of funny, but utterly forgetful and one-dimensional. But boy, was I wrong about that one. Episode 1 intrigued me. Episode 2 definitely sold me heavily on this show and the quality which it presents to the audience. Yes, this show is a comedy first and foremost, you might say, and yeah, I will agree that as a baseline, comedy is perhaps the most prevalent element here, but it is far from just a simple, goofy comedy show. Like, not even close. You saw this in episode 1, but even more in episode 2, that this show manages to blend comedy, but adding in heartfelt moments and sincere, darker underlying tones as well, and switching up the tone between them quickly, effortlessly, but doing it in a very fluid way that doesn't feel out of place. Now yes, sure, in episode 2 here, there were many very funny moments, starting with the Demon Lord turning into a schoolgirl with the most insane outfit, walking around town, people being like, what the hell is she wearing? To Senya jumping out the window, losing her towel, and running around town naked, chasing after Max until she's arrested by the police for skinny dipping, basically, or exposing herself in public. It's like, goddamn. Yeah, the humor is definitely there. The humor is definitely there, and it definitely hits for me, for sure. But outside of that, again, the show does have all these small moments that I really appreciate. You see it in the beginning of the episode when Max is basically beat up by these punks that wake him up from sleeping on this park bench. And they basically don't know who he is, don't care, they basically start beating him up. And he doesn't want to fight back, because he knows that if he starts punching back, even if he is way more powerful than them, even if he is out of shape still, he will be branded as attacking civilians, as being a renegade, bum, drunk hero that is now just being a nuisance to society, right? You see a flashback to a corporate press headline of him attacking civilians before, right? With the framing, I'm sure they put in there. And you also see the Demon Lord watching this, like seeing just how he is treated by society, even after sacrificing everything and risking his life to save the entire nation. And while the Demon Lord does step in, but you see that kindling of a connection between the two of them, and also Senya later in the episode. But you also get this feeling of, not depression per se, but you really feel the struggles that Max has been going through, and how society now treats him, and these dark undertones of what might come after you have run the course and outrun your usefulness in whatever role you have been in, including saving the world. You also see that with the kids coming to play with him. Like, yeah, you might find that this moment is kind of chipper and heartwarming that, oh yes, okay, there are still some kids that sort of admire him for being the hero and will want to spend time with him. But then, even there, some of the kids sort of make fun of him in a way. But after that, you also hear the kids being like, sorry, I have to go home. My mom doesn't want me talking to you or playing with you anymore. And just having that thing hit home again with just how few people actually want him around. How little he is cared for and respected. And how he is just basically been thrown aside and is treated as a bum now that no one wants anything to do with. They also add another short, like very, very short scene, like 5 seconds, very late in the episode, which also is deeply impactful in terms of the contents, and that is when the police officers are driving Senya and Max home after they were arrested, basically, and the police officer recognizing him and thanking him for his service and for risking his life to save them 10 years ago. So it's showing that there are still some people in the world that still respect him and admire him for the sacrifices he made to protect everyone, right? But yeah, underlying with all of this is this sort of a redemption story, I would say. Like this redemption arc of Max, maybe with his new friends now, or his new companions, Senya and the Demon Lord, maybe trying to claw himself back from this ditch he has been in for years, and maybe try to redeem himself and build himself back up to the hero he used to be, or at least close to, and not letting society or the media or whoever else beat him down or put him in this slump where he has resigned himself to being a bum, but actually building himself back up to be a respectable citizen, so to speak. I think that can be a really powerful and interesting storyline. And it does seem they are somewhat going that direction, at least to an extent. I also love that they aren't just making Max sort of a laughingstock. I mean, he might be a bum and out of shape still, but he still possesses, the power of the hero, even if it is diminished now. You see that when Senya basically puts on the brass knuckles and is going to punch him out in the episode. And she goes to attack, but the hero just effortlessly dodges her fast attack and pins her to the ground and like almost skewers her eye with a spoon, showing that, yeah, he might be rusty, but he definitely is not weak. He has the power if he wants to use it, which I appreciate as well. And yes, at the end of the episode as well, you do see Senya and the Demon Lord further and further increase the relationship and the friendliness between them, creating a connection, slowly but surely, and them coming to appreciate each other, or at least the two of them, and Senya especially in this episode, maybe coming to like or appreciate Max to an extent, as when she's arrested by the cops, Max covers for her and basically gets her off the hook and helps her out, which she clearly appreciates. At the end of the episode as well, we do see Senya moving in next door, which of course is sure to be very comedic moving forward. We also get some foreshadowing with the blonde adventure guy that was in his party, and what he might do in the next couple episodes, we'll see. But yeah, once again, for me, the crux and the really most interesting part of the show is not the comedy, though I appreciate that and I find it really funny, but it's this underlying redemption story with Max, and seeing just how the society treats him, and having these very heartfelt moments of compassion and friendship building and maybe rekindling lost connections, and seeing Max maybe build himself back up to where he used to be, or close to, and redeeming himself, not for anyone else's sake, but for his own sake. And how they're mixing these elements together, I think is really well done, and this show has a lot more meaning than first meets the eye. That being said, episode 2 was great. I am very much looking forward to binging episode 3 right now and making another review on that. If you did enjoy the video, then please leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. If you have any thoughts or questions or anything on the episode, please feel free to comment below. I will respond to the best of my ability. With that being said, I hope you have a good day, and I will see you all in the next anime review video, so have a good day and bye.